Hey guys, Jason. And today I want to talk about Vertcoin. Now this is a coin that has been getting a lot of traction, and I recently did a video about how it had a new thing called a stealth address. And a lot of people have asked me, what is Vertcoin? So I thought I'd do an informational video explaining Vertcoin. It's again going to be very non-biased. I don't really give any bias in these videos, and I try to be extremely non-biased, and sometimes I'm truthfully honest, but that's how I go. So let's get started. Now this is a script-in coin. And one of the biggest things about this coin that really draws a lot of attention is they're very anti-ASIC board or ASIC intervention. So let me explain. So this coin from the very beginning, and the very few founders said, if anyone ever becomes, first of all, this coin is extremely hard to create an ASIC too, but they said because it requires a lot of memory, but that memory increases over an exponential time. So 2 years is going to require a lot more memory, and then 4 years it will require exponential more amount of memory. But what their idea behind it was, well, if someone ever does create an ASIC, we'll just fork the coin. And it's a mentality that I've never seen in any cryptology coin ever before. And it's really strange because even nowadays, like they have a lot of members. I think 5,000 dedicated members just on Reddit, and all the members are okay with forking the coin if an ASIC comes out. So of course there is a rumor that ASICs are coming out for this coin, but if it does, the community is very ready to fork it, and it's kind of interesting. We've never seen this before. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. When there's no ASICs involved, there's a common misconception. There's a lot of coins that say, "Oh, we're ASIC resistant." There's no coin that's ASIC resistant. Give it someone enough time, enough money, they'll make an ASIC board for something. And this is a unique approach to fixing that. They're not proclaiming to be ASIC resistant. They're just saying if an ASIC board ever does get developed, we'll just fork the coin into a different script where that ASIC board renders it useless. And by doing that threat, they kind of give an anti-economic incentive for anyone to create a Vertcoin ASIC board, because if they're going to fork the coin, then those boards and all the research time you spent are useless. And I think that's really, really interesting. That's probably the key point of this coin, in my opinion. And a lot of people seem to agree. I know the Vertcoin community is very fond of the idea that they're willing to fork if an ASIC comes out. Now that's again the main key point away. This coin is very much similar to Litecoin in a lot of aspects. For instance, they have 84 million Vertcoins total. There will be 84 million Vertcoins total in existence. The block time is 2.5 minutes, just like Litecoin. Now again, the block time is theoretical because of difficulty and hash rate. It varies. That's just a ideological prediction. It's almost never 2.5 minutes. Even with Litecoin, Bitcoin, the block times are never the exact time they proclaim to be. It's just an idea placeholder, if that makes sense. Now, this is where it is again exactly like Litecoin. Every 840,000 coins, or roughly every 4 years, the coin will have, and we've discussed this in various other videos. But halving is where the block reward might be 100, and then at that point it becomes 50, and then after that it becomes 50 to 25, sorry, and then 25 to 12.5. You get the point. It halves every 4 years, or every 840,000 blocks. And so exactly just like Litecoin. Now, one of the things that it does have that Litecoin doesn't, and you seem to have with a lot of the smaller to medium range crypto coins, is the gravity well equation. And in a lot of people's opinion and a lot of ideas, the gravity well equation helps out a lot more with the smaller coins. So let me try to explain this. So with Litecoin or Bitcoin, there's a lot of hashing power, and it's a main coin. So a lot of people like to mine just that main coin. But there's a thing that we've talked about before, profitability mining, which means a lot of coins are more profitable to mine over Litecoin. And there's pools that specialize in that. Even the pool I mine, one of its aspects is you can set it to mine the most profitable coin, or you can set it to mine a coin of your choosing. And a lot of people choose to mine the most profitable coin. And what happens is, miners will go in, mine a coin for a few minutes. Well, say the block difficulty readjusts every day, or every week, or every 2 weeks, like in Bitcoin's case. Well, if they raise the difficulty up real high by mining it, then they get out because it becomes unprofitable. Then the people that are really mining the coin for ideological reasons, or because they have a long-term goal of the coin, they lose out, and the people that are trying to make a quick buck on the coin seem to be making out better. And the gravity well equation kind of fixes that. And like I said, you see a lot of these coins that are trying to create good potential coming out with that. For instance, Foreign Coin has that. Mastercoin Megacoin, not Mastercoin, has that, and I think Megacoin was the one that really implemented it. So it's really, really interesting to see, again, a lot of these newer, more affluential cryptocurrencies seem to have the gravity well equation. That just seems to be how it is. It creates better incentive for the average miner to continually mine just that coin, which is always good for the community. Now, just like Litecoin, it has 50 blocks per, or 50 coins per block reward. Again, after 4 years, that will break down to 25 because of halving. Just like any other coin, almost all coins have halving just because it's the way the coins are developed. It's really originated with Bitcoin, and all coins have pretty much copied that. There's been no real coins besides coins that are unmineable that don't have halving involved in it. Now, currently, now I want to get into the current stats. There are currently 5.7 million coins. There's a current market cap of $2.6 million, which for altcoins is pretty good. It places pretty high up. It's like the 12th most profitable coin right now. Each coin is about 45 cents, which does put it a lot more expensive than the cheaper cryptocurrencies. So it's right in the middle range. You have Litecoin with about a current price of $8. You have coins like Foreign Coin that have the 5/100ths of a cent. And so this Vertcoin seems to be right about the middle. I know it's kind of one of those middle range coins. Like could look at tier 1 as being like a Foreign Coin, a tier 2 as being like a Vertcoin, and a tier 3 as being like a Litecoin. And so that's kind of interesting. Again, that has a lot to do with there being a lot less coins. Right now there's only 5 million, where a lot of coins, like for instance Foreign Coin, has like 60 million already, or for instance Litecoin, it already has 29.8 million coins out of a total of 84 million. So again, with more coins, the price will be cheaper. With less coins, price will be higher. That's basic supply and demand. Now, currently, there is a current value. It's talking about the coins. So every day there are, sorry, I got kind of confused with my own notes. Every day there are 576 blocks created. Now, that breaks down to about 28,800 coins. And because there's an average block time of 2.5 minutes, take that 60 times 24 is total in a day, divide that, you get your number. It's a very simple mathematical equation. And now that puts the current daily amount being added to the system at about $12,960. Now, this is kind of interesting because I've talked about in a lot of videos, just like the Dogecoin video I just did, or Dogecoin, that it is really hard for coins. It's really easy for coins to get started, but the problem is once they hit critical mass or they get maximum exposure, they have to they keep current price. They have to have money keep influxing into that coin. And for instance, with this coin, it requires because of new coins being created every day, it requires about $12,900. So basically $13,000 a day to be added to the coin. That is what I see as a big critical issue, because for a coin that has a market cap of 2.6 million, for it to be able to receive $13,000 a day is possible, but it also is one of those things where like, okay, can it really be done? And that has yet to be seen with the coin. The coin has stayed pretty steady. Actually, the price of the coin has increased. That might be because of pump and dumps. A lot of these altcoins seem to be getting pumped and dumped right now. They kind of go to every coin and pump and dump it. One key issue to point off of that is currently for just the last 24 hours, there was $126,000 worth of coins, Vertcoin coins traded, which is pretty high. Usually when you look at aspect ratio, you look at how many coins in the last 24 hours were traded, the dollar value, to how much is the market cap worth. And in this case, it's about, a 1 to 25 ratio, so about 4 or 5%, which is usually a lot substantially higher than what you normally see with market caps versus how much is traded on the normal exchange. But again, that could just be because somebody bought up a whole bunch of coins and push that volume up really high. It could be because of a pump and dump. We really don't know. So don't take that too much into accordance to what you want to invest in. That's the only thing I have to say with that. But again, I want to really stress that $13,000 a day. And if the price increases, like if say it goes from, 45 cents now to 50 cents to $1, it becomes exponentially harder to get more and more money into the system. And that usually requires PR. And one of the things that I've been talking to people in Vertcoin, because I try to talk to people in the community, the devs and everything. Actually, in this case, I didn't get to talk to any of the devs directly. I talked to some people involved in Vertcoin, and one thing that worries me is the publicity. They don't really have a lot of publicity, and as I've talked about before, publicity with a coin is very, very important. If you don't have publicity, your coin is not going to get exposure, and people aren't going to be buying up that coin. So in this case, you're not going to be getting $13,000 a day. Now, they have proven in the last 7 days they're able to do that, but I'd like to see that over a longer period, like maybe 30 to 90 days. And sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've done so many videos tonight. It's crazy, right? So it's almost the end of my video. And one of the things I really do like about this coin, and from a non-biased approach, this is actually very good for double spending attacks as well. The largest pool had 20%. The second largest pool had 17%. The third largest, 15%, and the fourth is 13%. You know this is being brought up because of things like the 45% with gigahash or Ghash with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a big deal right now with the potential for a 51% attack, and I've talked about before, the economic reason of why that wouldn't happen. Man, I'm starting to lose my voice. It's crazy. But with having more pools with smaller power, like in this case 1/5 the total hash rate, it makes it a lot better because you're not having to be worried about 51% attack happening as likely. Now, to compare that to a coin like Litecoin, it's really crazy because their largest coin pool is like 35%, and the next one's like 25%. So those are higher up with more concentrated pools. And again, with cryptocurrency, with decentralization, we like to see a whole bunch of divided pools up with each less than ideally less than 10% of the total hash rate. But in reality, that's not going to happen because and a lot of these smaller coins are medium and smaller range cryptocurrencies. There's not that many pools out there to mine with that coin. So that's an issue, especially with Vertcoin. Because of their mining algorithm, you can't find a lot of the common exchanges. You can't find Vertcoin, which makes it problematic. That's an issue, but the reason is because they only mine with GPUs, and you can't mine with ASICs. And a lot of these pool sites are designed to be able to be mined with ASICs and GPUs. And so for conflict of interest and issues, they don't put those on some of the pools. And so that's an issue. The last point I want to cover on is the total hash rate. For cryptocurrencies and for script coins, it has 6 gigahashes, 6 gigahashes a second, which is pretty good. Most coins that are script coins don't have that. But to put it in comparison, Litecoin has 450 gigahashes. So you can see, it's still very, very small compared to Litecoin, but Litecoin's a whole nother beast. Guys, I hope you liked my video. Again, this is more just facts, kind of rough edges to my concerns, what I think are positive things of the coin. And I want to hear you guys' opinion. Please leave comments in the description. Email me. I got my description right here. My Twitter handle is the same thing. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion of things. And tell me what you think of this coin. And I hope I gave you guys some great information. This is Jason Schonfel, signing off.